Hi, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. If you are new here, my name is Ginger Pierce, and I'm a travel agent with Marvelous Mouse Travels, which is a platinum level, authorized, earmarked Disney vacation planner. And we are in the final four stages of our Marvelous Madness tournament. And this year's topic is all about the best Disney World hotel. So we have been, voting over the past several days to try to pick what is our favorite overall and your favorite overall on-site resort at Walt Disney World. So we're so excited to have had so many of you participating in the voting and also joining us live tonight. In fact, we've already got some people in the comments. Hey, Leanne, thanks so much for watching. And thank you for all of you that are joining us tonight. That is, really the most fun part of this is getting to interact with all of you. I'm joined tonight by my husband, Evan, who is going to help me as we're revealing the final four resorts as you guys chose them.
Good evening, everybody, and check out our fancy new background we got for this evening. This first class around here, man.
Yes, that is our fancy Final Four and championship around here. And here we have Katie and Abigail. Hey, Katie and Abigail, thanks for watching, guys. We
Hey,
appreciate
Abigail.
it. Yeah.
Hey, Katie, too.
All right, Eb, you want to just jump right into it?
Absolutely. So our final four our Elite Eight matchups, which will reveal the final four. The first one was the Polynesian against Animal Kingdom Lodge. And the Polynesian Resort won that one by a really substantial margin. It was 83% to 17%. Not shocked by that, especially after the love the Polynesian has received thus far throughout the Marvelous Madness bracket. Ginger, what are your thoughts on that one? And which one did you vote for?
So I voted for the Polynesian in this round, and the reasons why really come down to location. You can't really beat the location of the Polynesian, especially in comparison to the Animal Kingdom Lodge. I love Animal Kingdom Lodge, but it is a bus anywhere you want to go. Whereas with Magic Kingdom area resorts, you're a monorail from the Magic Kingdom, you're a monorail from Epcot. So even though my personal favorite resort area to stay in are the Epcot area resorts, I would say that those Magic Kingdom area resorts are my second favorite area to be in. And I'm not surprised at all by this. I think that this is exactly what probably most of us expected. And the Polynesian is a beautiful resort. So I agree with everybody's choice on this one for sure.
Yeah, Katie said not shocked by that, but Abigail is sad. That's her favorite resort. I totally understand. It's got the savannah with the animals. It's a pretty awesome place. And I would agree with Ginger. I think, my favorite Epcot, my favorite resort area is the Epcot area resorts, but the monorail will be certainly a close second. And I voted for the Polynesian in this as well. So the second matchup, which would be our last deluxe resort level matchup, the Beach Club against the Riviera. And the Riviera won. And it was super, super close. It was 59% to 41%. This one surprised me, actually. This one's tough because when you got transportation, well, you're walking distance to Epcot, just a few steps away at the Beach Club. And you're also right there next to the Skyliner, which could take you to Hollywood Studios. And Riviera, you're a short Skyliner ride. You're halfway between Epcot and Hollywood Studios. So this actually surprises me that Riviera won. It's an amazing place. I keep going back to the bathrooms. If you're thinking about bathrooms, then it's no contest. It's the Riviera, but it did surprise me that it did beat the Beach Club. What do you think, Jen? Which one did you vote for? I voted for the Beach Club, by the way.
I voted for the Beach Club as well. And, the reason for me also was that location. Epcot is my favorite park. And so Beach Club is the absolute closest that you can stay to Epcot. And so it got my vote for that reason. But if I try to step back and look at it objectively from more like, okay, let's say Epcot wasn't my favorite park and I was just looking at Riviera as a whole, that might have changed my vote because Riviera does have a great central location. It does have its own Skyliner station. And also, there is a great variety of rooms that you can stay in at Riviera. They have everything from their tower suites, which only sleep two people, all the way up to their 3-bedroom grand villas, which sleep up to 12. So you have a lot of options for accommodating a wide range of party sizes. It's also, brand spanking new. It only opened, right before the pandemic. So it has not been, open that long at all. It's still nice and clean and fresh and beautiful. Of course, all Disney resorts are clean. Like, that's one of the things I love about Disney, is everything is always impeccably clean, but everything's fresh and renovated and new at the Riviera. Plus, the Riviera has Topolino's, which is one of my favorite restaurants, not only for its character breakfast, which is great, but also I love the dinner menu there, and I love the views from Topolino's. So Riviera is a great resort, and I think it is a strong contender to go up against the Polynesian. If there was a resort that was going to probably give the Polynesian a run for its money, I definitely would have put Riviera in like the top 3 other resorts that could have potentially stood up to Polynesian and won.
Yeah, and I think that's a good point you make about the character meal, because both Beach Club and Riviera have a character meal, and they're both just for breakfast. But Topolino's the view. I mean, you can see all 4 parks from up there. That's hard to beat. But still, it's the walking distance that was the factor for me, is why I chose Beach Club. But that's why there's more than just me voting. You guys said, nope, it's the Beach Club, or it's Riviera. Okay, so our moderate, and we only have 2 moderates at this point left: Port Orleans French Quarter and Coronado Springs. And to my surprise, Port Orleans French Quarter won again, 51% to 49%. Talk about close. It doesn't get any closer than that. And so 51% to 49% French Quarter. And so as we look through the history of French Quarter here, first it beat Riverside, which was surprising to me. Then it beat Caribbean Beach, which was surprising to me. And then it beat Coronado Springs, which is even more surprising to me. So if you're watching, I would like to know, if you voted for French Quarter, what put French Quarter over the edge from Coronado for you? That's what I want to know. Katie said, "Wow, so close." Yeah, I mean that's it doesn't get any closer than that. That's for sure. Is it these right here? Oh, I went past it. Is it these? Is this what did it? Like, is it all about the beignets? I'm shocked. I'm shocked by this, because Coronado is awesome, especially Grandestino Tower. Katie said it's the theming and the small size. Now that's true. Okay, that's a really good point. If a huge resort, you don't want to walk around it and stuff, Coronado's not for you. That's for sure. Port Orleans French Quarter is much more walkable. The smaller size, way more walkable. Coronado's huge. I mean, there's like 4 or 5 different bus stops at Coronado. I mean, it's huge. There's different sections, but it's beautiful. The lake's in the middle of it there. The quick service, man, that's a tough call between these two, isn't it?
Yes, definitely. I would say of all of the moderate resorts, these 2 do have the best quick service, like objectively. I would say Caribbean Beach is probably my least favorite quick service of all of these. But Coronado is great. And then Port Orleans French Quarter has a lot of really good options. They both have unique options, which is, I think, it's not just your standard burgers, fries, chicken nuggets. Like, they have that stuff, but they also have other things that are a little bit more variety and more adventurous. So that could definitely be a contributing factor. I would definitely say too that probably that boat ride to Disney Springs is another perk of French Quarter, because, even if you don't want to eat at that quick service, you can hop on a boat and you can be at Polite Pig, or you can be at Chicken Guy, or you can be at, Deluxe Burger, or other quick services that are right there at Disney Springs, plus all the great table service options that they have there too.
Yeah, that's a really good point. That the boat ride and, well, I guess it's the boat ride that's the main factor for French Quarter. Danielle said she forgot to. It's okay, Danielle. We still got 2 more rounds. And Antonio said, hi, Antonio. Nice to have you with us. Appreciate that. So French Quarter barely edges out Coronado Springs. So then we're down to our last matchup of the Elite Eight, which was All Star Movies against Art of Animation. So tonight we had two close ones and two not close ones, and this was a not close one. Art of Animation won by a landslide. It was 89% to 11%. So not close. And I totally understand that. Totally, that was to be expected, in my opinion. Movies had a great run, though. I mean, when you look back and see how far they came in the tournament here, they beat Sports. Then they pulled a massive upset over All Star Music. All Star Music had the family suites, and people were like, "Not so fast, my friend." And there goes Movies right past them. But Art of Animation, that did them in. No, but they couldn't get past Art of Animation. So our Final Four is set now. There you can see the Final Four, and I'll zoom out just a hair. So there's our Final Four. We've got two deluxes, one moderate and one value resort. Art of Animation will be going up against Port Orleans French Quarter in one semifinal, and the Polynesian will be going up against the Riviera in the other semifinal. Man, that is a tough matchup. We didn't say who we voted for in a couple of them there. So I voted for Art of Animation, and I voted for Coronado Springs. Which ones did you vote for?
My votes are the same as yours. I voted for Coronado, specifically for Grandestino Tower, and I voted for Art of Animation as well. And, I think that this is a really strong Final Four because, like I said, if there is another deluxe resort that I think stands a pretty good chance of edging out Polynesian, it would be Riviera.
It's the Grand Floridian. Oh, wait, never mind. Oh, man.
He can't get over it. He can't get over the Grand Floridian getting beat. But, to each their own, right? And I love the Polynesian, but I also love the Riviera. And the thing about these two is that they are completely different in terms of their theming. And Polynesian does have that stellar location right there in, the Magic Kingdom area. But one thing that we didn't mention about Riviera that is a great thing about that resort that is superior even to Grand Floridian, Evan, forgive me for saying it, is that in Riviera, everything is in one building.
Well, now that's true. I'll give you that for sure.
Right? Yeah. And that's another thing I love about Yacht Club and Beach Club and Boardwalk is that way as well. Animal Kingdom Lodge, Wilderness Lodge is this way too. You are not going to exterior buildings. Like if you need to get food, you're not having to walk through the outside, which, lots of times in Florida, it's beautiful weather. You don't mind that outdoor walk, but particularly in the summers, you can have little storms and rain that come out seemingly out of nowhere. And so if you're staying at somewhere like the Riviera, you just bop downstairs and you don't have to go outside and you're not walking through the rain. So that's another thing that I do like about Riviera. Even the walkway to the Skyliner is covered, right? And so you have you're protected from the elements a little bit better when the Riviera than you are from Polynesian. Also, I would say Riviera is a little bit more, it's less spread out. So it's a little bit more walkable than Polynesian. But like I said, Polynesian is iconic. It's got that great location. You can literally see Cinderella Castle. You can watch fireworks from the beach. There's a lot of stuff going for that one as well. And then, if there is a value resort that is poised to go up against a moderate. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think that Art of Animation could end up going on to the championship round because people love the flexibility of that resort in that it has those family suites. It has standard rooms. It's in a fantastic central location. It's on the Skyliner. It's got really fun theming. It's a very, very strong option. And I think that Art of Animation could edge out French Quarter, and I think we could actually see it go to the championship. I could be proven wrong, but that's kind of my hunch.
French Quarter's defied every other one, so might as well not stop now, right?
That's true. And if there is a moderate resort that could potentially go up against a deluxe and do pretty well, it would probably be French Quarter because it does have some of the perks of a deluxe and that it's not, sprawling. It's a lot more walkable than, some of the other moderates are, but it is missing some things like a table service restaurant and some of those other amenities that you get at a deluxe resort.
So Danielle said she loves the theming at the Riviera, the pool, the theming. Absolutely, it's got this castle tower kind of thing. It's a really cool. It's like the slide. That's the super fancy term for it, the castle tower kind of thing. But it is really neat, and you got the Skyliner going over you, in the distance there. Really pretty place. As we look at the final four here, here's one thing I've noticed that I think is very interesting. All four of these resorts have some form of unique transportation to another area. For example, the Polynesians on the monorail, Riviera on the Skyliner, French Quarter boat ride to Disney Springs, Art of Animation on the Skyliner. But what's interesting is none of them are walking distance to a somewhere unique. For example, we could have talked about like Grand Floridian, excuse me, sorry, or the Contemporary being walking distance from Magic Kingdom, the Beach Club and Yacht Club, and the Boardwalk walking distance from both Hollywood Studios and Epcot. None of these are walking distance from anywhere. So people like unique transportation that they don't have to walk. And I'm with you on that one. I feel you on that.
Hey, you walk enough in the parks, right?
That's exactly right. So Leanne said, but you can get table side and a short walk. She said that in the next one. And a short walk down to Riverside and Disney Springs right down the river. That's true. At French Quarter, you're just a walk away from Riverside and a boat ride to Disney Springs. So all four of the finalists have a unique mode of transportation to some area of Disney World. Two of them on the Skyliner, one on the monorail, and one on a boat. So that's pretty neat. This one, though, so the Polynesian and the Riviera. Here's another observation I've got about this matchup. If you were to take all of the deluxe resorts and say, okay, who has the best quick service? I do not think it would be either one of these. And that's interesting to me. I mean, the Polynesian has Captain Cook's, and it's okay. It's pretty good. But the Riviera, I mean, like the quick service isn't like what everybody's writing about the Riviera. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, I actually disagree with you on that. I think both of these have great quick service options. I love Captain Cook's. I like their fried rice. I like that they have, different options. And I love Primo Piazza. I hope I'm saying that correctly, which is the quick service over at Riviera. I think they both have. Now, is it as good as like Roaring Fork at Wilderness Lodge? No. Is it as good as Boma or not Boma? What's the Mara at Animal Kingdom Lodge? No. So there definitely are better quick service options out there at other resorts. But I don't think that these are bad. I think these are, or I would put these in probably my top, maybe 5 or 6 quick service locations.
I think Captain Cook's is definitely better than the Rivieras, but it's interesting. You look at those two, and I just don't think that quick service would be the immediate thing you think of when you think of these two. When you look at the other two, the moderate and the value, the quick service part of those is fantastic. I mean, that's like one of the strongest things about those resorts. So it's very interesting to look at the differences that we're going to be, seeing in this next round. So this is our final four: the Polynesian, the Riviera, the French Quarter, and Art of Animation. So Ginger, when will voting for this round take place?
So voting for this round is going to open at midnight tonight, and it's going to stay open for 24 hours. Also, tomorrow on my social media accounts, my Facebook and my Instagram, I'm going to be posting resort overviews every few hours for all 4 of these resorts. So you'll be able to get, they're going to be carousels. So you're going to be able to scroll through and get like a quick rundown of their location, their theming, their resort level, some of their recreation options, dining, things like that, just to get, a little bit better overview of what each of these are about. And those are going to be really good posts to save for later and refer back to if you are thinking about a trip. You can kind of keep those different options in the back of your head as which one might be right for you. But we will open that voting in my Facebook and Instagram stories starting at midnight tonight, and it will stay open for 24 hours.
And just so you know, if you're watching on Facebook, all 4 of these resorts have resort tours on Ginger's YouTube channel at youtube.com/GingerMMT. There are actually 2 resort tours of the Riviera. We did one and then we went back a couple years later. Excuse me.
What he's trying to say over the frog in his throat is that we did one and then we went back a couple years later and refilmed it and did some
It was just
interior
such a
footage.
beautiful time touring the resort. I got choked up about it there for a second, I guess. But we went back to about 2 or 3 years later and redid that one. And so there's 2 resort tours of the Riviera. So please check those out tomorrow. Please vote in the stories on Instagram and Facebook. And then when will we be going live again, Jen?
We will be going live again on Monday night at 9 p.m. Eastern, just to stay consistent. And then after we open voting Monday night at midnight, after we go live, so 3 hours later, we'll open up voting for the final round. And that voting will actually stay open for 2 days. So it'll be open all day Tuesday, all day Wednesday, and then we'll go live to reveal the final result show on Thursday of next week. So our immediate next live is going to be Monday night, and then the last one to reveal the winner is going to be Thursday night at 9.
So we thank everyone for joining us tonight. That's awesome. We look forward to seeing everybody on Monday night. And Ginger, you want to take us out?
Yes, just like Evan said, thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for voting. We really appreciate it. And if you are thinking about planning a trip, keep in mind that my vacation planning services are completely free to you because Disney already builds the cost of a travel agent's commission into your trip, even if you go online and you book that trip on their website on your own. So when you book on your own, you are kind of paying for a service that you're not receiving. So reach out to me via email at ginger@marvelousmousetravels.com, or you can visit my blog at gingermmt.com, which also has a link to my quote form in the upper left-hand corner. Thanks so much for watching, though. We hope you guys have a great night, and we'll see you again on Monday. Bye.